to the War Mage, so that should come in pretty handy here. So you made your way out of the temple, back across the dance floor, where you took a little bit of damage, and made your way outside into the grounds in front of the Fey Shrine. At that point, Vic went exploring and decided to see what was going on with this pond over here to the east of the Fey Shrine. She stuck her hand in the water and was immediately attacked by these ropes that shot out and grabbed a hold of her and started dragging her into the water. And that is where you find yourselves now. At this point, Vic, you are about to go under the water. Everybody else is seeing this at this point, so I'm going to need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative as soon as I get the tracker up.
12.
That was a real bad initiative for me.
Did you roll a 0? I don't even think there is a 0 on the dice.
No, I rolled a 3.
That's interesting that if you've got the monster on the DM layer, it won't show it in initiative until you put it on the token layer. So I can see it, but you can't. All right, is everybody in initiative?
Yep. Actually, I'm not. Hold on. Like, I saw myself, but I don't see myself in the turn order anymore. I got a 15.
Make sure to click on your token and have it selected before you roll initiative. So click on your token, roll initiative, and then click on it in the click on the number in the initiative tracker, and you should be able to change it to 15.
Oh my. Let's see. Click on my token. Then I have to click to roll initiative, right?
Yep, there you go. You're on there. Change
Um,
it to a 15 and you're good.
I can take it 19. No, I'm kidding. How do I? I'm on there.
In the initiative order, there
I
you go.
just did it.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, first up is Nifron. So he is going to see this tentacle and you being dragged over and into the water. He's going to run up to the edge of the water. We're going to say that, Vic, that you are probably about right here being pulled into the water, and he is going to try to attack this tentacle and cut it. If I can delete somebody's scribbles off the map.
Oh, I think my token is
those
better
are
though.
awesome.
It has
You're
like
gonna
is
do
it
it.
Okay, it's okay. It's probably
gonna
hard
screw-
to
You're going to scribble, put it on the map layer so it doesn't interfere with tokens when I try to.
Oh, how do
I
I
don't
get
think
the
we
map
have
layer?
control over that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's okay though. Let me just delete that, make it easier. Just Here you go. Oh fuck, I did it myself.
Okay, so Nifron is going to do attack twice with his rapier and then once with his sai to try to cut this this ropey tentacle that's come out of this water. And at this point, that's the only thing that you can see is just the tentacle.
We can't see knife run,
First
I don't
two-
think.
You can't see Nifron?
Yeah, he's right there, right
Yeah,
above
I
Vic.
can see him.
Where is he?
He's kind of
He's
hard.
over
to
here.
see.
He's hidden by the scribbles. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I just
Scribble
deleted
should
him.
be gone.
Yeah.
You might have to refresh your page.
Maybe.
Oh my god, I came in late today. I'm making so many troubles. All I'm going to do is draw a cute octopus.
So he attacks this thing, and the first 2 strikes hits this thing, and it doesn't look like there's much damage. And then he stabs down with his sai and catches it, and you see most of it tear away, but it's still holding on by a thread. Next up is Luna.
It should be me. I'm 15, by the way. Sorry for it's put me really low.
When she was deleting her awesome picture that's so much better than your stupid little token, she accidentally deleted her token too.
Yeah, sorry for the trouble again. I'm so problematic today.
All right, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and can I get in the water? Can I just try to go to the monster in the water?
You're basically waist deep in this water right now because it grabbed a hold of you and then yanked you to your off your feet and is dragging you into this water. So you are probably up to your waist right now in this water.
Can I try to like dive in and go to it? I have cloak of the manta ray, so it's 60 feet in water and I can breathe underwater.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm gonna go ahead and try hit it twice.
Okay. Does the cloak give you cancel any disadvantages of being underwater? Because as you enter this water, you start like pulling on this tentacle, trying to guide your way down to whatever's attacking you. And you are under like water now. You're probably down about 8 feet or so until you basically bump up against this thing because it's hard to see because of the kind of lower light as the perpetual like sunset dusk here.
Shouldn't it
So
be okay because I'm a drow though? Because it's like dark.
no,
Dark
it
vision.
doesn't. It doesn't have as much to do with the darkness as it is you are trying to swing a sword underwater.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
So underwater combat is done with disadvantage with melee and
Okay.
ranged weapons.
So I have disadvantage on attacks, yes?
Correct.
Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna first spawn a weapon with a bonus action.
Is that your
Spiritual
spiritual
weapon.
weapon?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Right next to it. To my to
Stand
the
by.
south.
Okay, your spear's on there. And that
That's
is
13 hits.
that's gonna miss.
And I'm
She
gonna
wanted
attack
it to the south.
twice. So 11 misses, I guess.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
And a 13 again. Rip. That's gonna be all misses.
Yep.
Okay. I'm done with my turn.
Okay. Next up is Luna.
Okay. I'm going to click my heels together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Thank you, Ring O Water Breathing.
Are you activating
And
that?
yes.
Okay, we'll say that's a bonus action. Unless it says it's a free action on the item.
I have no idea.
All right, we'll just call that a bonus.
All right. And now we just start smacking this guy with the staff. Is that going to be with disadvantage?
Yes.
All right. 14.
That's a miss.
20
That's gonna hit.
for 9 damage. And 9. Actually, wait. No, that's a crit fail.
Oh,
What was that for?
My last attack.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
14.
Target laughs at you, taking a -1 to AC and save until your next turn. So your AC and saves are at a -1 disadvantage until your next turn. So you jump in the water and swim down, and you start attacking this thing, and then you hit it once, and then you like hit it again, but it doesn't do any damage, and it turns, and even in the low light here, you can see these two beady eyes stare at you, and then this large gaping toothy maw open and chomp at you. Is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Juliet, you're up.
Okay. Juliet is going to move up to the water. And can I see this monster at all?
Give me a perception check.
Eight.
You see some water thrashing around,
Oh.
but you think it's probably Luno and Vic, and there may be a kind of a dark shape down there, but you're not quite sure.
Okay. Juliet is going to cast light on a gold piece she has, or a copper piece. She'll use a copper piece. And that'll take her
Do
action,
we
so
have
she
any
can't throw
copper
it.
pieces?
I have one copper piece,
Just in case. It's
just in
wishing
case.
well.
Yep. So Juliet's going to cast light on that, and then next turn she's probably going to throw it at down there, so we can kind of see. That's it for Juliet.
I'll let you take your bonus action just to toss it into the water there.
Sure. All right. So what do I do
Blake's
to toss
neighbor
it in?
is doing construction, just FYI.
Ah, that's a good time.
No, I thought that he just had ambient sounds of drilling in the background to calm him down.
He's actually having some dental work being done at the moment. Dedication. Okay, so you cast light on this copper piece and you toss it into the water around where Vic and Luno is, and you see this glow come up from the bottom of the pond here, and now you can see outline Vic, Luno, and then this. It kind of looks like a, how do I describe this? Like a slimy, wrinkly walnut that has this bluish green tinge to it, and you see
It's a
coming out of it.
testicle.
I guess, yeah. If you want it to be, man, in the theater of your mind, if that's what will make it terrifying for you, then yes, it's a bluish green, wrinkly, waterlogged testicle.
Hey, that's a serious phobia.
With 6 of these rope-like tentacles whipping about through the water, and one of them currently has a hold of Vic.
Okay. That's it for Juliet then.
All right, next up is the water testicle. It is going to attack Juliet. That's a 13.
Get that shit out of here.
It's going to throw out another one of these rope-like tentacles at Luno. That's a 15.
That miss.
It's going to throw one out at Nifron. That's a 23. That's going to hit. He's going to have to make a strength save. Oh, that's a 6. So this tentacle flips out of the water and wraps around both of Nifron's legs and yanks. And you're going to see him go down on his back and start being pulled into the water. And then the next one is going to flip at Luno again. That's a 10. That's going to miss.
Oh yeah.
All right. And now it is going to take a bite at Vikala. Ooh, that's a crit. 28.
I have ebony armor. Adamant armor. You can crit.
Okay, but I can
Ta-da.
still hit you.
Yes, that's true.
You are going to take.
It's Blake's advice. The armor.
You're going to take 28 points of damage.
Whew.
And that is going to end it for the water testicles turn. All right,
Can we get
Alexander, you're
Can we get a token name change to Water Testicle Monster?
up. Sure.
Make it more immersive, please.
Am I able to see the monster from here?
You are not. You
Okay,
can kind of see because of your angle, like looking down in this pond, and you've got Nifron and Vic and Luno and this other thing. It's kind of like just like this blended like black shape down there that you can't really distinguish which is which.
Makes sense. Yeah, so I can use an action to dash, right?
Yeah.
Dash in my turn.
Okay. As you run up to the water, you're now able to distinguish between the shapes here. All right, Talia, you're up.
All right, I am going to use my bonus action to dash up to Nifron, and then I'm going to take a stab at the water testicle monster.
All right, so are you throwing your dagger down into the water?
Well, no, if his leg is wrapped up on it, I kind of want to stab the part that is.
Oh, you're
holding his
attacking the
legs.
tentacle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That hits.
And there is an enemy within 5 feet of him, so I'm gonna sneak attack.
The enemy's not technically within 5 feet of him.
But there is a friend that is within 5 feet of it.
Oh, so you're attacking
Luno
it
and
now and
yeah.
not the tentacle. Okay.
Well, no, I am attacking the tentacle. How does this work exactly then? If there's
The tentacle is basically a reach weapon, so that doesn't actually count as the creature. The creature's 10 feet away from
Oh,
him currently and 15 feet away from you.
okay.
Oh,
But okay, I see. So I would be attacking the weapon, not the creature. And yet
Right.
Vic or Luno aren't within 5 feet of it?
It is, but if you're attacking the tentacle, that doesn't count. You would have to be attacking the monster. Because the idea of it is you're harrying and distracting the creature while someone else attacks it, which right now it's just there's a tentacle around Nifron, and it's not even really paying attention to that. It's dealing with the being flanked by Vic and Luna.
Right, but sneak attack specifically says you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That
Right,
enemy
but
isn't. Yeah.
you,
So
you're not
okay.
you're not technically attacking the creature. You're attacking its tentacle, which isn't. It like works as a reach weapon. Now, if you attack
Okay.
the creature itself, then you would get sneak attack.
Okay. Well, we'll just go with just the. I'm gonna try to keep Nifron from going into the water because having 2 people dragged under with all of that sounds like a real bad idea.
Okay, so 5 points of damage to the tentacle. And have you activated haste?
No, I thought I had to be attuned with them, so I wasn't going to use any of
Okay.
the. Otherwise, I would have stood back there and used my bonus action to throw, because I get way more damage that way.
Okay. And did you
Especially with
attack
your
with
new
the
fancy boots.
Yeah, did you attack with your dagger or your short sword?
The dagger.
Okay, so you get one more attack with your offhand.
No, because I used a bonus action to dash.
Oh, okay. So that ends your turn.
Yep.
All right. Nifron, being dragged into the water, is going to attack this tentacle that's pulling him in. 14, 16, that 22 is going to hit. So he stabs down with the sai again and is going to do 9 points of damage. So between your dagger and his sai, you're going to see you had stabbed down and probably cut halfway through it, and then he's going to attack that same spot, and you're going to see that rope-like tentacle just like spring back from the release of the tension as you cut it, and it snaps away, and this blackish green ichor starts spraying out from it.
Gross.
He is going to stand up with half his movement and move over here. All right. Next up is Vic.
Okay, can I like grab the tentacle that's holding on to me and use it as a guide to reach its like beady eyes?
You
or,
no
like, use it a
longer
guide to
have
be more
disadvantage.
accurate?
You
Right?
Oh
you
yeah,
are
wait. There's the light. Juliet cast.
And also, we're flanking.
Oh.
okay. So here's
Right.
what is going to happen. So you have disadvantage in water combat, which would cancel out the flanking. But with this, is that dim light that comes off of that coin, Juliet?
Nope, it is bright light for 20 feet and then dim light for another 20 feet, I think.
Okay, so since
Wow.
this is bright light, this is going to cause you disadvantage. So you're back at disadvantage.
Get damn it, Juliet.
What'd I do?
You need to make sure it's like dim light on me. Okay, let's see. Here we go. $13 is a mess. 8 is a mess. And a 9 is a miss. By the way, the spiritual weapon gets disadvantage too.
Yes.
All missed. That ends my turn.
All right, Luno, you're up.
Okay. Now, how do I work with advantage, disadvantage?
Yours would be a straight roll.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, time to beat the crap out of this guy. First attack. Crit fail.
Roll me a d20.
Two.
I'm shocked. 1, 2, 3.
You drop your weapon and must use a move to pick it up, so you drop your staff.
Okay. I am now using punches. I think that means, yeah, I'm going to take a -1 to my attacks until I get my staff back. Haha! That's a
Oh
crit
my god.
for
All right,
11
let's do it again.
damage.
11 damage. Okay.
And a 9 on the crit roll.
Such a swing of emotions. That's a 9. You attack. You hit so hard it dazes your opponent until the end of your next turn.
Sweet, it's dazed. All right, and third attack. 13.
That's gonna miss.
All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead. Wait, it's dazed. I have no idea. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Daze
spend a
means
thing
it can
for
take
flurry.
one action.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a point for flurry of blows. 12. That's gonna miss. Actually, 11. And 16.
Nope.
Okay. And that is it for Luno's turn. And I think he picking my weapon up. Is that a
That'll take half your movement.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up now. All right,
Okay.
and I no longer have my -1 to AC and saves, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, that's it for Luna's turn.
So you punch this thing, and then you're going to swim down to the bottom of this. And as you swim down, you estimate that the water here is probably about 15 feet deep. So you're able to, with your full movement, get that
On my full
off the
movement,
bottom.
even in water, would be 100 feet down and then back up. So,
Oh, do you have 200 feet of movement?
10. Oh wait, no, sorry. 50 feet of movement down and then back up, even at half speed,
Okay,
because it's a 10 speed plus my boots.
right, and water's considered difficult to terrain, and if you're trying to swim down, unless you got a swim speed, it gets complicated.
Okay, then I have no idea.
Okay, Juliet, you're up.
All right, we're gonna do what's called a big brain move right here. We're gonna fire magic missile at the monster.
The little brain.
Upcast that at level 3. Bam, for nice 21 damage.
Nice.
Booyah.
And then Juliet is going to move 3 squares back. 1, 2, 3, to where Alexander couldn't be seen, and that will end her movement and her turn.
Okay. So next up is the water monster. It is going to turn and attack Luno and try to chomp him.
Good luck.
That's a 25.
I take back my good luck. That hits.
Oh my.
That's going to be 21 points of damage.
Youch.
So it is dazed, so that's all it could do this round. So next up is Alexander.
I
Alexander?
will. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I'm gonna shoot the monster with my short bow. And I get disadvantage, right?
Yeah, because you're shooting into water.
Sure am. I got a 10, so I assume that I do not hit.
Yeah, that's going to miss.
Now I'll pass my turn.
All right, Talia, you're up.
All right. So, now that Knifron has been freed, Talia is going to scoot over between Knifron and Alexander and throw her daggers. Now here's the big question. Even though I'm not attuned, do I still get the damage bonus from throwing as opposed to stabbing?
From the boots,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. 24.
That'll hit.
Sneak attack, because now something is within 5 feet. And my offhand throw is a 14.
Offhand's gonna miss.
Okay. But that's still 26 damage.
What?
Nice.
That's insane.
What?
Rogues, man.
That's how they do.
Should have picked a rogue.
Oh, they get
Oh, we needed a
crazy
tank.
high levels, and if you like pair it with like a fighter
Damn,
class
the
that
storm.
gets that second attack at 5th level, like a battle master or something.
That's insane.
All right. Is that it for you, Talia? You want to do anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Next up is Nifron. He is going to jump into the water and attack this thing. So he's going to swim down about 5 feet. It's a 28, a 23, and a crit miss. So that's going to be 22 points of damage, plus sneak attack is 28 points of damage. And then we're going to roll the crit table. One enemy in melee range gets an opportunity attack against him. So it is going to take a bite. Oh, that's a 13. That's going to miss, which is great because it rolled its crit damage,
Wow.
which is significant. That's going to end it for his turn, but he's going to swim up to the top and take a breath with the rest of his movement. Vic, you're up. Does that cloak you're wearing allow you to breathe underwater?
Yes, it also gave me 60 feet movement.
Okay.
I pulled it up last session.
Yep.
I'm gonna use all my lay on hands points to heal Luna. That's gonna be 30 heal. It's gonna be 30 points of heal.
Oh. Take that,
And
attempted murderer.
I assume that's an action, so I can use a bonus action to attack, right?
No, an
Um,
attack
no.
has to be part of your attack action.
I meant with the spear, with the spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, you can use that.
If I swim down 15 feet and move, let's say, to the opposite side of the coin, so the coin is between, and the monster is between the coin and me, can I not have disadvantage?
No, because you're still surrounded by this bright light.
Okay.
And right now, if you try to move, I'm going to need a strength check from you because you are still. You're like right up against this creature because it's got a hold of you with its rope-like tendril.
Okay, I'm just gonna use the spiritual weapon. That's a 9, so that's not gonna hit.
Nope.
That's end my turn.
All right, Luna, you're up.
Okay. Now I have my all things stuff doing. I'm going to beat the fuck out of this guy with my stick.
You can certainly try.
First attack. 22
That'll hit.
for 8 damage. Second attack. 15.
That's going to miss.
And third attack. 15.
Yep, that's going to miss.
But I did hit him once, so I'm going to do flurry of blows. 17.
That's going to miss.
Hmm. God damn it.
Same thing.
Another 17 is another miss. So I only did 8 damage this time.
Yep.
And that is it for Luna's turn.
All right. So since it's the end of your turn, the daze goes away.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Juliet, you're up.
All right, Juliet moves forward 3 squares. 1, 2, 2, 3, and fires a second level magic missile at this thing. I put that. Oh. Or, well, it could be worse. 16 damage.
All
And then
right.
Juliet is going to move back 3 squares to her original position. And that's it.
All right. Next up is the water testicle monster. No longer being dazed, it is going to use its ropey tendrils to try to attack Nifron. That's a 20. That's going to hit. So he's going to make a save. Oh, he makes it. So it's got a hold of him, but he's not being pulled toward it. The next attack he's going to make against Luna. That's a 20.
That will miss.
All right. Next attack's going to be against Vic. That's a 23.
That's gonna be painful.
All right. So it hits you, and now you've got 2 of these ropes against you, and it's going to take a bite.
Oh boy, I know where this is going.
That's a 17. Does the 17 hit you?
No. Sorry,
Okay.
I thought you said 17 damage. Okay.
No. So it tries to chomp down on you and is going to miss.
Okay.
Now it's going to. That's a 19 to hit against you, Juliet.
How can it see me? Alexander was in this exact spot and couldn't see it.
Well, it was in
because
dark water.
It didn't attack Alexander before. It's attacking you.
So when Alexander couldn't see it when there was light, now it can see me. All right, just putting that out there. What did he roll? 19?
Yeah.
Gonna cast shield to bump my AC up to 22 and miss.
Okay. Its senses aren't based on vision, by the way.
Okay.
That
Good,
makes
because
more
I was
sense,
about
yeah.
to bring up the complete internal reflection off of the water at extreme angles like that.
Trying to science this shit. All right, that's going to do it for its turn. Alexander, you're up.
That's me. I'm gonna try and shoot again because I'm not trying to get in the water with a monster.
Pussy.
19.
That's going to hit.
That's gonna be 7 damage,
All right.
and I will be getting 4 temporary HP.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Sure does.
All right, Talia, you're up.
All right.
The big guns.
So I am going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
It has to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, hold on. Let me click.
Testicles have no wisdom.
I saw that.
What am I holding on for?
I was posting the thingy in the thing.
It fails.
It fails. Huzzah!
Yeah, big time. Natural 5.
Then it's going to take 2d. I don't know why it did that. That should be. Oh no, DC 0. That's not right. It's. I don't know
No,
what I did to the spell.
2d12 still
Either way.
rolled correctly.
Okay,
Yeah, the
so yeah, so
2d12,
it's
because if you hover over the number, it'll show you what you rolled.
okay. So it just showed 4. Just showed 4 dice for no reason. So that's gonna be that, and I guess that's my turn unless I can attack with my offhand too.
No, that'd be your action.
Cool. All right. Then I am done.
All right, next up is Nifron. He's going to take a gulp of air and swim down to this thing and try to stab it with his rapiers. So 17, a 21, and a 22. So the 21 and a 22 are going to hit, and that'll be 16 points of damage. As he stabs into this thing, it's like he must have hit an artery or something, because now you're seeing this inky, like blackish, greenish blood start filling up this pond, and the light from the bottom is kind of making this like kind of opaque outline around it that's kind of obscuring it.
Called a vasectomy, bitch.
Next up is Vic.
I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Everybody's on good health. I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit it at disadvantage again. Hopefully, I land
Okay.
in a small hit. Because it seems wounded. $12 is a mess. That's a natural 1. Ouch.
Yikes. Roll me a d20.
A 19.
Take -1 to your AC and saves. Wisdom save ends DC 10. So you'll be able to make that save on your next turn.
Okay.
Attempt the save.
Yeah.
Attempt the
Can
save.
I still use the free the bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Oh, that's a 5.
Nope, it's not going to do it.
I'm missing left and right. That ends my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay, Luno, you're up.
You're gonna die, nut. All right. Bam, 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 bam. 14. Miss. 23.
That's going to hit.
All right, for 9 damage.
Okay.
And a crit
Nice.
for 16 damage. And a 15 on the crit table.
That's target drops weapon and must use a move action, so it has no effect.
Yeah. All right, and now flurry o' blows. 23
That hits.
for 7 more damage. And another crit.
Nice.
Wow, that's
12
insane.
more damage. Well, when you get to roll 5 times, you know. All right,
Yeah,
I
that
have
makes sense.
14 on the table.
Okay. You damage the damage you do can't be healed for the duration of the encounter. The effect is the
Oh.
damage is removed from the target's maximum HP total.
Okay. And so that is my turn.
All right, next up is Juliet.
All right, 3 squares forward and magic missile at level 1.
Shake it all about.
For 11 damage. And then run back 3 squares. That's it.
All right. Oh, actually, I haven't been doing this. As you run out here and back away, it is going to take an attack of opportunity because you're moving out of its threat range.
That's an enormous threat range.
Its maximum attack that it has is at 50 feet.
Good lord.
Is that its actual reach, or is that just one of its attacks? Because
Just
like
one
my
of its
longbow could
attacks.
have 120 feet, and I mean I do not have 120 feet of reach.
Its
But,
reach is
whatever.
25 feet.
All right.
But it's going to miss anyway.
All right.
Testicle's turn. It is going to use a rope against Alexander.
Ah.
Ooh, that's a crit.
Ah.
Give me a strength save.
With my -1 modifier. 16 if it's not disadvantaged.
Nope, you save. So it wraps around your legs and tries to pull you off your feet and into the water, but you're able to like pull back and resist it.
Heck yeah.
It's going to attack Talia. That's a 19.
That hits.
Give me a strength save.
Strength.
Yep.
Ah, feck.
Hey, Howard, why are you
What's
cursing
left
on my
for
good
me?
Christian channel?
19?
Yeah, so same with you. It grabs a hold of your legs and tries to jerk you off your feet, but you're able to pull back against it and not be dragged into the water.
Huzzah.
Also, Shane, this is no longer a good Christian channel. This is Sasha's channel. So he says you can swear.
That sounds like
Uh,
communist propaganda.
No!
Okay.
Luna, that's a crit against you, so it
Boo.
is going to wrap around your feet. Give me a strength save.
I am the best at strength saves. 4.
It is going to grab a hold of your feet and reel you to its mouth and take a bite attack against you.
It was already doing that. So
That's a 27.
that will hit.
You're going to take 29 points of damage.
Ow.
And it gets one less tendril attack. It's going to take against Vakala. That is a 19.
That's gonna hit. Yeah.
Okay, give me a strength save.
Hold on a second. I have a protest to make.
Nat 20.
This
you made
thing is a tentacle monster. It should have been attacking Talia the whole time. She's the only schoolgirl here.
Inappropriate.
Oh, so
I mean,
inappropriate.
It's early access, you know.
So you are able to, as it tries to wrap around you with this tentacle and pull you in to its gaping maw, you're able to bring your sword up and jam it up against its mouth to where it can't bite down on you. And that is going to end its turn. Alexander, you're up.
I will try and shoot him back. Ten.
That's going to miss.
Pass.
Talia, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna throw some daggers. It's a crit.
What? That's insane.
Booyah!
Just the big guns, I tell you.
Actually, you would still be at disadvantage because you're thrown into the water.
Oh, am
That's a
I?
9.
No, I wasn't thrown into the water.
You're on the
I
shore.
resisted.
No, what I'm saying
Oh.
You're
is
throwing
you're
into the
on
water,
shore.
not in the water.
Gotcha. So that's a 9. Sad face. And that one.
Can we pretend it was a crit anyway?
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Yeah, you can pretend.
So I failed.
But yeah, you failed. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Am I still being attacked by things?
You got a rope around you.
Can I try to get out of that? Or is that supposed to be one of my
You've already
actions and I'm
taken.
just bad at this?
Yeah, you've already taken your attack actions.
Okay, well then that's it.
All right. Nifron's up. He is going to raise his head out of the water and take a breath of air and dive back down and attack. That is a 19, a 29, and a 19. All three of those are going to hit. And one of them's a crit. So it is going to take 10, 21, 25, 28, and 35. And he's going to dump poison just for the hell of it. 38 points of damage. And he's going to roll the crit table. Target's movement is slow to half movement until the end of the encounter deck save ends. Which it doesn't really have anywhere it can go. So, but you see more of that inky liquid come out of this thing and start filling up this pond. At this point, Vic, I'll say that there's so much blood in this water that it's obscuring some of this bright light to where you no longer have disadvantage on your
Hallelujah.
attacks. And you're up.
Let's see. Well, I don't have any more healing. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and hope I kill it. I'm gonna try to attack it as much as I can. 21 hits, maybe.
Yep, the 21 hits.
I'm gonna go ahead and divine smite that head.
Yep.
Kill.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use that as a max level spell slot.
Okay.
So 12 damage plus. Second. Two. That should be 4d8, right? I'm not making a mistake.
Your third level spell, right?
Yeah.
Or second level, yeah. Then it's
4th level.
2d8 and then +1 per additional level. So yeah, 48.
Okay, so that's... Whoa, that's a total of 35 damage.
Yikes. So
Nice.
you cleave into this thing and you're going to take off like 3 tentacles.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Wait, don't you get a second attack?
I missed it.
Oh.
And the
Oh,
spiritual
right.
weapon missed too.
So you've cleaved into the side of this thing and basically you've taken off like half a quarter of its body and taken like 3 tentacles with it.
Wedding sweet
is-
tonight.
It is looking really rough.
We need soy
Uh,
sauce.
Luno, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend my action doing wholeness of body, which will give me back 21 hit points.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend a chi point doing my dancy steppy thing so that it gets disadvantage on attacks against me.
Okay.
And that is it for Luno's turn.
All right. Next up's Juliet.
All right, light is done. I'm backing off. Yeah. That's it.
You're out of spell slots?
No, I still have plenty of spell slots. I can't see in the water though, and I'm not going to waste my time putting a light down when we've done over 150 damage to this thing. So
Yeah, that's true. Would be a waste of spell slots.
You could stand on the shore and use your long reach weapon to smack at the place where it is.
Or
Terrible
use pom
idea.
poms and cheer me on. It's always a good thing. It should be given the advantage. Right, Kevin?
What's that?
If Juliet takes pom poms and cheer me on, should I get advantage on that? Like next attack?
The help action, I don't think would
Yes.
work for that.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
well.
don't think this is Pokemon.
Is that a code word or something?
All right. Monster's up. It is going to take a bite at Vikala.
I'm gonna eat it later, so. Only fair.
That's an 18.
That's exactly my AC. Rip.
Yeah, if it meets, it beats. You're going to take 27 points of damage.
Peanuts.
Testicle.
Nice. It's nuts.
It is going to take a rope attack against Alexander.
Ah,
That's a 10.
ah.
So you no longer have that rope against on you because Vic basically hacked off the side of that monster. So Alexander and Talia would no longer be roped up.
Huzzah.
And it's going to take a rope attack against you, Talia. That's 11. That's going to miss. So that is the end of its turn. Alexander, you're up.
I'm gonna gun it down. Shoot my crossbow.
Be a version
15.
of shit.
Oh, that sucks. You had a 20. That's going to miss.
EX, pass.
Talia, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead again.
Okay.
Quick question. It's coming up with input value cast at what level? It's a cantrip, but can I cast it at a higher level?
I think so.
I don't know if you can cast cantrips at higher levels.
It should already be in there because cantrips level up as your character level goes up. So if it's asking you for level, I don't know why it would ever do that.
That's weird.
You have
Okay.
it set to ask for levels for things.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know why, because they're supposed to be automatically set, but I guess not.
It should do like 2d8 or 2d12 at your level, if I recall. I used to play sorcerer a lot, so
Oh, you put this one in manually, didn't you?
I think I did. I'll
Okay,
pull
that
it
would
from the
be
spell
why.
book after this. So yeah,
yeah, we'll help you. Mhm.
Wisdom saving throw against DC 13. Cause I cast with intelligence.
It's lower than whatever your DC would be. That's a 9.
Haha. Okay, so
2d12 for your level.
yep, that should be 2d12 still, right? Yeah, that's still 2d12.
Okay, good.
So 13 damage.
Okay. So you see this necrotic. I guess that's what damage it does, doesn't it? Necrotic.
It is. Mhm.
Yes.
So like this black smoke start wreathing around it, and then you hear this like underwater growl coming from this thing. It is really hurt. Next up's Nifron. 13, 17, 18. All those are going to miss. He is going to bob back up to the surface for air. Vic, you're up.
Well, I have no reason to not fight. Yeah, I'm gonna just go try to whack it down. I get a sword in for its brain.
Okay.
That's a 16.
That's going to miss.
That's a beautiful 10.
Miss.
I maybe if I said beautiful, you would let me, but okay. And 14. That's gonna miss too, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Luno,
Go
you're
get
up.
him, Luno.
All right. Time to kill this thing, perhaps. Hopefully. Attack, attack, attack. 25.
That hits.
8 damage. And 24 for 10 more damage.
Okay. Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
So what's it look like when you kill this thing?
I jam my quarterstaff into it, and then Vic gently grabs it where it comes out the other side, pulls it through, and hands it back. I
Oh, you're
gently
welcome.
shake the ichor off.
Now, is she gonna really hand it back though?
I just push it through.
She's polite like that, I think.
Oh, okay.
She's lawful. And I gently shake it clean in the water.
All right.
Do I identify what creature that was, by the way?
Give me.
A wetstickle.
This would be a Arcana check, maybe.
Can it not
Nature.
be? Actually, it doesn't matter for me. It's all minus. Oh man, that's 6.
It
It's really
looks
good.
it looks like a walnut that's got a bunch of tentacles coming out of it.
Can I call over to Julia to tell her if she can see what it is?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and after I take some, tentacles for making some squid later. Gonna see Juliet approaches the shore as I get out, hand her some tentacles, ask her to get soy sauce. Of course, this is not actually happening. I just approach her and tell her, would you be willing to please identify this creature? It might be of use if we know what it is, or at least its parts.
Let me take a look at that. Oh, in my professional opinion, it is. I don't know if 16 makes it.
Yeah, you would kind of recognize this as a creature that you've heard of before, but you've not heard of them. Number one being in the Fae from your limited knowledge of the Fae, and you haven't really heard of them being like aquatic. You've heard of them mostly being in caves, but this looks a lot like a roper to you.
Yeah, so it's a roper. Not your standard everyday
No, no,
roper
we're
though.
just friends. I'm gay. That it's okay.
Oh my God, we'll have to do a editor's note for that one.
Oh goodness.
We're going to meet at the bar in the Fae called the Regal Beagle afterward too.
I was sure gonna say like even if you're like at 16, yeah, that still tends to go with tentacles.
Talia's gonna stab her daggers into this thing if she can reach it, like wherever she
Okay.
can reach it, and try to drag it onto shore.
Okay, give me a
Can I
strength
help?
check to yeah. So roll with advantage, Talia.
18.
Nice.
So yeah, you wade down into the water and grab a hold of some of the tentacles, and it's neutrally buoyant. So you've got that working for you, but you're able to drag it up on shore. And now that you get a pretty good look at it, it's probably about 7 or 8 feet in diameter. And these tendrils are like super long, like from end to end, they're probably like 25 feet long. And now that you get a good look at it and you look into the wounds, it's kind of got like this like tough rubbery skin, but underneath of it, it's kind of like muscle, but kind of gooey, like when you like cut into a grape. It's got kind of like that consistency to it. Um, and then the maw has these probably 3-inch long fangs. They go all around its mouth, and it's got these two beady yellowish black eyes that have no life in them anymore. The
Does it have a
skin is
skull of any kind?
you poke around and it feels more like this like chitinous like
Chitinous.
exoskeleton over top of this gooey grapeness with this rubbery skin over top of it.
You should take its eye.
I was gonna take its teeth.
That's also pretty cool.
Yeah, they'd make a neat little necklace for Abbott, I think.
Ah,
So
that's a great idea.
you start taking out this teeth and a couple of them chip, and you're now seeing that they're kind of like this brittle, almost like fingernail material, kind of like a cat's claw. So they're kind
Oh,
of brittle.
that's sad.
I'm gonna go ahead and approach Juliet with like completely wet, some seaweed hanging out of my hair, and I'm like, would you mind? I know you're some sort of a mage. I assume you have prestidigitation, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Everybody can come here and I'll make sure you're cleaner and drier. And Juliet's going to use prestidigitation a couple times to dry everyone out, clean the blood off of it, etc., etc. I can't repair little seams and stuff, so if someone that has weaving, I guess you can fix those, but I can't.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
ahead and toss
doesn't Alexander
Juliet
doesn't
one gold
Alexander have
coin.
mending?
I do have mending. I can do that.
There you go. Nice.
I hand Juliet back her copper
Aw,
piece.
thank you. You really do love me.
I know you
Vic's
care way too much about these things.
Vic's kind of blinded as you come out of the pool with this copper piece until Juliet sticks it in her pouch. But as you go down and get this copper piece, and you're moving back to the shore of this small pond, give me a perception check, Leno.
Okay. $18.
All right, so as you're swimming up, you look down and you are going to see multiple bodies at the bottom of this pond.
There's a lot of bodies down there, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Skulls for the skull throne.
I will start looking around in the bodies. If they're intact, I will start pulling them up toward the shore so everyone can start searching through them. If they're just bones, then I'll just look through them myself.
Okay, so the most of them down here seem to be bones. There is one of you can tell that's an elf that seems to have been down here for probably months. It's not all bone yet, but it's missing flesh in a lot of places. You don't know if that was from the roper or from just decay. Most of them down here appear to be in some sort of like leather armor. There was one that looks like they were wearing half plate, but it's long since rusted. You're also going to find like some metal containers that look like they were fancy water skins. So you think that they were probably came up here to get water out of this pond before moving into the shrine when they were attacked by this creature. At a cursory glance, that's what you're seeing right now.
Okay, I'm going to take more than a cursory glance.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
8.
Okay, as you swim around, you're seeing that most of them had weapons, and like you go over to one and you pull it out of a sheath, and it looks like it's all rusted and wouldn't be much use. You are going to find a satchel down here that's made out of leather.
All right, I'm going to grab the satchel and bring it back up.
Okay.
Hey guys, a lot of crap down there. People coming to get water. They died like losers, stupid elves. But I found this.
What's that?
It's a bag. Satchel.
It's a bag? Wow, so perceptive. You really scored big time.
If there's anything in here that a wizard would like, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to Talia.
Wow.
Why don't we give the ring of water breathing to Juliet so that she can put on magic sight and go down there?
I don't know that I want to give her my ring. She insulted me.
It's okay. I can
Talia's
swim down there and hold my breath. I'll be fine.
Talia's gonna lean over to Alexander. I don't like it when mom and dad fight.
Aw.
Since when were they your mom and dad?
Since you guys adopted me, and you're the weird uncle. I mean, gosh, it should be pretty obvious.
Actually, I think Alexander's the normal uncle now. Nifron's the weird uncle. Actually, no, skip that. Reverse it. According to Talia,
Yeah,
Nifron
precisely.
would be the normal one.
Very, very true.
So I'm going to
So,
look in
yeah.
the satchel while Juliet dives down there holding her breath like a jerk.
Yep, Juliet's going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual spell so as not to consume any spell slots, and dive down there, holding her breath, to examine to see if there are any magical things down there that we might have missed.
Okay. So you cast Detect Magic, and you are sensing that satchel that you were given, or that Luno's got. You are sensing a ring, and you're also sensing a necklace.
All right, Juliet's going to snatch up the ring and necklace to bring them to the surface.
Did I find anything in the satchel, or is it just the satchel?
Are you looking inside the satchel?
Yes.
There doesn't appear to be anything in it.
Okay. So the bag is magical. There's nothing in it. Hey, Vicala, would you like a satchel to hold the something of the something, whatever things you like?
So the bag is magic?
Yes, the bag is magical, but when Luno looked inside of it, there was nothing in it.
I would like to cast Identify as a
Okay.
ritual.
So 10 minutes go by and you cast that spell, and this satchel works as a bag of holding.
Hey guys, it's
Ooh.
another bag of holding.
I
I'll
could really
take
use one of
up on your
those.
offer. I'll take that bag.
There are now 3 bag of holdings in this party. I
Bags
feel
of
like
holding.
Talia should have at least have one, because she has 100 pounds of gold.
Maybe we can store that bag of holding in my bag of holding.
I
No.
think that would
Ah.
cause it to explode.
Yeah, that'd be a bad idea.
You could just give me some of the gold to hold, you know?
Yeah, Talia will
Hey,
never
she
do that.
earned-
But yes.
She earned that gold. It was hard work.
I mean, I'll just
She had to
ask,
break
don't you
into a
trust me?
place and steal a thing and let a guy die. I mean, it was a whole night's work.
He knew the
I
risk.
mean-
Kala, if you so desire, you're welcome to our gold to use for, things for the party, maybe a couple of things for yourself. You don't need to ask to get all that money. I'm holding on to it right now, so if you need any, just ask.
Oh,
To be
just one
clear,
are
he's
bag.
holding onto the party's
companions.
money,
We are
not Talia's
comrades.
money.
Yeah,
We
Talia's
have
money
a
is separate.
holy mission we share.
I mean,
The
I just
sharing is
wanted
caring.
a fancy bag, but if you need it, it's completely okay. I really don't use this sort of things.
Give me who's got the bag right now?
I'm holding it out toward Vic.
Give me a Vic. Give me a wisdom, just a wisdom check, straight up wisdom.
As opposed to sideways wisdom.
17.
22.
You would think that it would be unusual that there would be like a bag of holding with nothing in it.
Oh, I'm gonna stick my hand in. I'm gonna stick my
no.
head in there
Guys,
and see if I can see
metagaming, come
anything.
on. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hand in and pull whatever that is. Might be inside.
Okay, you stick your hand in and pull it out, and there's nothing there.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm gonna turn it upside down and shake it.
Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and take a stone and put it in.
Okay.
Can I now try to take the stone away?
You pull your hand back out, and the stone's there.
Is there anything on the bag specifically? Be it initials, any clue?
You look at it, and it is this dark leather sack that does have the initials RB written on it, and there's also what appears to be some magical runes.
I go ahead and approach Juliet? Can you please see if you know anything about this?
Oh, sure. While Alexander is casting Identify as a ritual, I will pretend I can cast Identify as a ritual at the same time because I don't have a gold or a 100 gold piece pearl, and I'll just use
I
I just killed
prestidigitation
a
to pretend.
giant underwater testicle. Treat it as a giant pearl.
Does that consume it? Because you would be able to use your halberd as a spell focus, I think.
The thing is, the spell focuses work on things that don't cost gold pieces,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's not consumed during the casting, but it's 100 gold pieces, which I have not bought a pearl that big or perfect. Alexander should have one though.
You're right.
So I mean, Alexander is the one to ask for all the identification. I have
But
Identify, but he's the one with the pearl.
Yes, but can you tell me what the runes are?
Oh, the runes. Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Juliet is going to, as a ritual, cast Comprehend Languages to see if she can read the runes.
The runes themselves are magical. It's not really a language per se, as it is magical runes. But you would know that these runes are basically used in transmutation magic.
Okay, so this is used in like changing magic, turning one thing into another. So maybe if you put something in there and take it out, it'll be different. I don't recommend trying it on anything valuable just yet, but it's, I don't know what it does.
I'm gonna try to like gently, not forcibly, take a bite out of the stone I took out of the bag. See maybe if it's made out of chocolate or something.
No, it's still stone.
Is there a trigger word?
Do I recognize the RB signature?
No. I mean, it appears to be an elven for RB.
Arby's? Maybe it turns
That's what I'm
stones into
thinking.
roast beef sandwiches.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to pour in some water
Okay.
and then pour it back out.
Okay. You pour in some water and you pour it back out.
Then I get something different.
Nope.
If I breathe into it and does anything happen? Like this, any weird gases come out?
Garlic and spider.
Okay.
I can give you some gas if you want.
All right.
Let's
While
see.
while Bicala is doing that, Julia is just going to give the ring and the amulet to Alexander to identify. I just want to push that out there. But sorry, back to you, Bicala.
I'm pretty lost. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Do you want to hold on to it? Because if we put stuff into it, it might like it might ruin the stuff you have. Like I don't say this in character because it's we don't discuss this, but Does any of you have any magic items you don't really need?
I have an extra dagger
Juliet
of
has that
throwing.
halberd.
Oh yeah, I do have the halberd that I really don't want that I just kind of have.
Can you put it in the bag?
Sure. Juliet sticks it in the bag. I don't know if it even comes close to fitting in there. Or if
Well,
it's
it's a
just
bag
like
of holding. It should be able to, I think.
that's if it's a bag of holding.
All right, so
That's
you
true.
put it in there and you try to pull it back out and you pull it back out.
Does it seem any different to me?
Nope. I mean, this seems like it's a bag of holding to you.
Empty bag of holding.
Can I try to can I try to can I say out loud the Elvish initials?
Sure.
Does it activate anything?
Nope.
Kevin, you're frustrating me.
You're not asking the right questions.
I'm not good with riddles, okay?
She's the worst, actually.
Yeah. So tell him.
Can I read the runes?
Yeah,
Probably
they're in
not.
Elvish.
I know Elvish too,
This
though.
is RB, and then there's these like runic transmutation symbols.
RB.
Can I activate the runes?
How would you do it?
With my vast knowledge in Arcana.
Yeah, that's a dead end.
Captain. Can I ask Julia to do it?
Do RB sound like initials to anyone?
Hey, Juliet, can you activate the runes somehow?
Activate the that seems kind of dangerous.
Don't be a
Sure,
coward.
why not?
Good.
All right, so Juliet is going to try and focus on this bag in some way, shape, or form and kind of magically push it, much like you might magically exert yourself on an attuned item to activate it or whatnot.
Okay.
I'm sure nothing
Um,
happens, but
you spend 10 minutes with this and you're starting to get some sort of like a mild headache, but nothing happens.
I ow. I'm not sure that there's really anything I can do with this magically.
Talia, do you have any idea?
Um. No.
What if it's something that's, no, we keep assuming that this is some sort of powerful magic item. What if it's someone's coin purse or something and it only holds, gold? Or it's some kind of, you put something in there and, like, say a makeup kit and it provides you with infinite makeup. Or maybe it's filled to the brim with air and you can use it to breathe. I mean, there are a bunch of things this could be, and only Alexander's Identify spell is really going to tell us what it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and, if I can have a second, gonna go ahead and after hearing Juliet, I'm gonna just put the bag of holding over Talia, just push her into water, see if she can breathe. Like jokingly.
Well, she'd be able to breathe for 10 minutes anyway.
Talia's just like, what are you doing? She's climbing out of the water, sopping wet.
With a tiny smirk.
Why?
I wanted to check if it works. It's a breathing device.
Yeah,
Imagine you
from
can breathe
your
underwater.
yeah, from the time your head was in the bag, you just saw like darkness and like this faint purplish glow on this like almost infinite horizon beyond you.
It must have been fun.
It's
It's kind of
so
creepy,
much
actually.
fun. All of the fun. Didn't
All right,
you know?
Alexander, you were identifying something. What were you identifying?
I identified the bag, didn't I? And you said it was a bag of holding.
Right.
There was also a necklace and a ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I will identify the necklace and ring. Hand them over.
I already did.
I'm going to
All
say
right.
Ginsburg. It's Ruth Bader Ginsburg's bag. RB.
I have. I'm going to ask Juliet. Yeah, because Juliet's the one who could comprehend the language, right?
Yeah, I still have it up.
I'm gonna ask Juliet, what does this say? And I'm gonna point at the runes on the side.
Oh, it's just some sort of magical indicator. It doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, but what does it say? Like, what
I
is the
mean,
word? Sound it out.
I think it's like asking, what does an arrowhead say?
Or a hazard symbol
Okay.
for a circle.
Keep in mind, Talia has just learned to read, and she doesn't understand the concept of words not actually meaning.
Yeah, that's
something.
okay.
She's like, yeah, but what does it say?
Juliet, give me a Arcana check.
Sure. And 11. Wow. Wonderful.
It's actually high enough because in your I guess field of study, knowing about magical things, a bag of holding is pretty ubiquitous. So people know how those work, and the way that they work is you kind of when you reach into the bag, you have to be reaching for a specific thing, or nothing comes out. So there could be things in this bag, but unless you know what they are, you don't really know that you could get them out.
Oh, so when I put the halberd in there, it went all the way in. I was under the impression that this was like a regular bag that had magic on it. I'm sorry.
No, it's a bag of holding, but we have to know what we're trying to get out of it.
Okay, well, I will convey that information. It is a standard bag of holding, just remember what you put in there.
Talia's gonna try to reach in and like think about grabbing gold.
Okay. So you reach in and you are going to pull out a handful of gold pieces.
Ha Totaling how much?
In your hand, well, I'd say probably 10 gold
5.
pieces.
Talia's gonna be like, look, and she's gonna try like, can she invert the bag and think about gold and see if anything comes pouring out, but like over a flat surface where none's gonna roll into the water? Like over here.
So you're just going to turn the bag like upside down?
Yep, and think about gold.
Nothing comes out.
Aww.
Some butterflies,
I'm going to think about rings and reach into the bag.
You reach into the bag and nothing comes out.
Aw.
I'm gonna go ahead and reach for food.
You reach into the bag and think about food, and you are going to pull out a piece of bread that is long since rotted away.
Still good.
Alunadas.
She
It's
eats
good for
mushrooms,
rabbits.
so
Alunadas, you're the one who found this bag, right?
Gonna eat the bread,
Yes.
by the way.
Maybe the person who owned the bag has a journal of some sort, which might contain, a record of what items are in there.
Ooh, yeah. Let's pull out a journal.
And it's probably waterlogged and completely useless.
You reach in for a journal, and you are going to pull out a leather-bound journal.
Here you go. And hand the book to Juliet because she likes those things.
Great books. Yes. My favorite. Let's go.
Bookie book.
Crack this open. Take a read.
So this appears the RB corresponds to a Roderick Bullion, who is a transmutation wizard. And skimming over this, it sounds like he was a high elf. You don't know how long ago, but it says that he is on his adulthood journey to the face shrine, and he is detailing some of the encounters that he faced going through, the Sprite Village, making some friends there, running into some fake creatures, which he was able to defeat. And the last entry here is talking about camping outside the Fey Shrine and being in prayer and meditation before entering.
Alunadas, you wouldn't happen to know the items that are used for this coming of age thing? It appears that this person was doing just that, their coming of age ritual, and they were transmutation wizards, so I suppose things like spell books, robes, staves, wands.
Yeah, Alexander Luno could use that for his coming of age ceremony too.
I
Alunadas is
might
too old for that.
know about that sort of thing.
But isn't
I
that what
don't
we
know.
came here for?
That's
Also,
the
he was
lie we
praying,
told.
so maybe something religious?
Sorry to interrupt you guys. It's just 10:55. I kind of have to
Oh.
go.
Mhm.
I do really apologize. I had a lot of fun.
Okay.
I will catch up on WhatsApp. Thank you very, very much. I'll talk to you next week.
Okay,
I'll be on
bye.
See you
stream.
next week.
Thanks for
Bye
being
bye.
there, Anna.
Of course, it was very fun.
So John, you would know that it's basically come as you are to this ritual. There aren't any like restrictions about not being able to use magic or weapons or anything divine. It's basically, come with what skills you have.
Yeah, there's nothing special. You just show up and be rich.
I don't know, being rich is part of it.
Being rich is always an advantage. You think wood elves have all sorts of training and classes that will help them with this? No. The high elves can pay for tutors. They go to special classes. They have flashcards.
I could see like flashcards with like fade beasts on them. They're like basilisk, B, Gorgon, G.
Okay, so
But
sorry, go ahead.
but yeah, so you believe that this satchel here of holding belonged to a transmutation wizard at some point that was coming up here for their ritual.
All right, so I'm going to make a list of things Juliet is going to think about to open up there. And I'll put them in the
I'm
D&D.
going to try and pull out spell books.
Okay. So you reach in and you think about pulling out a spell book, and you pull out a spell book.
Here you go, Juliet.
Aw, thanks, honey.
I'm an elf.
Talia's just
not
gonna
a-
smile. So it's just so happy.
I'm going to think about the things a wizard would use for writing stuff, quills and inks.
So you think about a quill and an ink pot, and you pull out a quill and then a ink pot with Juliet would recognize it as like fine magical ink for transcribing magical spells into spell books and then onto scrolls.
I think we know what sort of stuff we can expect to find in here. I'm going to look for bondage and fetish gear.
You pull out a red ball gag.
Oh, for the love of the gods! Talia's
I'm
gonna put
kidding,
it.
man.
What
You
is
did
that?
this, John. You did this.
No, that didn't
See,
happen.
high elves are always into that sort of shit. Right, Alexander?
Oh no,
You would know.
that was Talia's reaction. Just like, what is that? Oh, but if that didn't happen, it's
Go
less
get the
fun.
gimp.
God.
You see,
All right, we could sit here all night, like thinking of things to pull out. So make a list, and maybe next episode we can do them as you rest.
Sure.
Just gonna think of a wish list for things for Talia that I'm hoping that the bag has.
daggers, quarterstaffs, robes, necklaces, brooches, amulets, spell components.
But we'll finish up with Alexander completing the rituals on these two items. The ring is a ring of spell storing,
Nice.
and the amulet is an amulet of resistance to cold.
Very nice.
Neat.
But I think that's probably a pretty good place to end it right there. Maybe
Yep.
stick those items on the inventory sheet, and then we can talk about who's going to get them later. But until then, I think it's probably a pretty good time to wrap up since it's almost 4 o'clock. So we'll just say goodbye to everybody out there in Twitch land, and thanks for watching us, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye,
Indeed,
Twitch
we
people.
will. Have a kitten.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.